When you think of a warrior, who comes to mind? The great Greek warrior Achilles? Perhaps Hector, the bravest of all the Trojans? In order to be a high-value man, having the right skills that develop a warrior mentality is critical. In today's world, where all of society teaches you to conform and be weak, being a warrior is as relevant as it was over 1,000 years ago. Warriors need to be mentally and physically prepared for literally anything that comes their way. Today, we cover 6 essential warrior-level skills that are required to be a high-value man. These are skills that every man should follow and practice in their life starting today, if you are not already doing them. These skills will ensure that you're able to live the life that you desire and were meant to live. 6. Becoming financially independent. We're in the most incredible decade, and possibly century, in all of human civilization. The inventions, technology, capabilities, and possibilities in today's world are virtually limitless. It has never been more possible than it is today to earn the money you need and want to live out all of your dreams and wildest fantasies. Do not be under any illusion, however. This will not be a walk in the park, and like Rome, becoming financially independent is not going to happen overnight. You have to work long hours and work hard at it. For the drive, purposeful, motivated, and disciplined high-value warrior man, however, the tools at his disposal are incredible. The technology that used to be reserved for the elite class is now widely available and keeps getting better every day. In order to truly live your authentic life, you need to develop the resources to do so and not get sucked into the whirlpool that is most people's existence. The 9 to 5, where they spend their lives away, often working aimlessly for decades before realizing they missed out on all of their dreams, goals, and aspirations. And now it is too late to do so. 5. Fostering healthy relationships. A high-value man surrounds himself with other high-value men. Their mission in life is to never settle for average and to keep getting better every single day of their lives. This takes an endless supply of courage and determination, but the warrior man never gives in. And he never gives up because he realizes what is at stake, his life and the impact he wants to make on the world. He starts by evaluating every relationship in his life to see if it will add or subtract value now and over the long term. The high-value man has a strong sense of curiosity about the world around him, and he directs that curiosity towards his social circle as well. He evaluates each person and carefully prunes them based on what they each bring to the table. This is hard work, but it needs to be done, because negative relationships and friendships can suck the joy out of a high-value man's life, leading him to become a weak and timid man from the warrior that he knows he can and should be. Which leads us to the next point on how to go about doing this. 4. Being ruthless. The high-value man is ruthless with everything in his life, starting with himself. He critically evaluates his thoughts, actions, mindsets, attitude, body language, self-talk, expressions, goals, and then extends outward to things outside him like his relationships, friendships, social circle, sources of learning, media influences, food, and drink. This may mean needing to leave a terrible marriage. It may mean ending a long-held friendship that has now turned toxic. It may mean needing to have a brutal chat with himself when things aren't going his way. It may mean distancing himself from those closest to him, parents, siblings, partner, co-workers, or friends, because his mindset has completely changed on the path to becoming a high-value man, and now they are not on the same wavelength, and continuing to listen to them and being guided by them will cause the high-value man to lose his value, not just in the eyes of others, but more importantly, in his own eyes. This is likely the toughest skill to master but it can be done with patience, courage, and perseverance. It requires walking a thin line between knowing when something has run its course, a job or career, a relationship, a mindset, and needs to be eliminated versus keeping it around. 3. Building strong habits. The high-value man is highly aware of the power of both good and bad habits. The former has the potential to build his life to an unimaginable level, and the latter to destroy his life. The high-value man starts by ruthlessly cutting away bad habits that are a constant drain on his energy, time, and resources. Habits such as watching porn, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, being addicted to social media channels, hooked on sugar and junk food, filling the brain up with negative news, mindlessly binge-watching TV shows, and many more. He is constantly striving to improve himself and those around him, and the other members of his high-value social circle will do the same. With the time, sense of clarity and freedom, and a massive energy surge gained from stopping these bad habits. Our high-value warrior man is able to single-mindedly focus on his goals, dreams, and aspirations with pure determination, and making each of them come through, while other weak men continue to be tied down to their substandard habits and routines, never seeing or fully realizing the potential that is within them. 2. Learning to both attack and defend yourself when needed. A high-value man has a very high degree of proficiency in being able to take care of himself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. He is aware that there are very dark forces in this world that threaten to uproot his success and hard work. So, he is always ready to meet them head on. A high-value man continues to educate himself long after his formal education has ended. This might mean learning new skills like martial arts that make him physically stronger and mentally resilient and more aware. The high-value man might intentionally abstain from food so that fasting will build up his mental strength and acuity. He strengthens his emotional reserves by refusing to spend time or energy on those that are negative or pessimistic in his life. The high-value warrior resists temptations and builds himself up spiritually. Every high-value man should build himself in all of these different areas to the greatest extent possible. Number 1. Attracting things by letting go. The high-value man, on account of being financially independent, having a high social and emotional quotient, being ruthless with anything that is not meaningful, having stellar habits, and being physically, mentally, and emotionally able to defend himself, has a mindset and attitude of being in want for nothing. He is not needy of any person or relationship, and the ever-changing nature of this world doesn't faze him. He knows when to let go of people and things in his life, so that new experiences may flow in. He is constantly in motion, striving to increase his value, yet knows to step back and be at rest to evaluate situations when needed. Because of his non-neediness and the significant effort he has put into becoming a very high-value man and continuing to fight like a warrior, things that others desperately want flow to the high-value man. This is a highly spiritual concept, but extremely potent when done carefully and used wisely. In this video, we covered several warrior-level skills that are required to be a high-value man. Which skill do you find the most helpful? Do you have anything to add? Please comment below. We would love to hear your suggestions and feedback. And make sure you like and subscribe if you found this to be of value.